What is up everyone, it's TK and welcome back to sneak peek number 2. This is going to be the final sneak peek, meaning the update might be just tomorrow if there is no issues with the game itself or like bugs and glitches. But I'm here to tell you some of the most important part of this sneak peek, and I don't want to really make the video too long. So first thing first, let's ask basically answer the questions that you guys may have. How do your trophies kind of converts to the new league? So here we have a table, as you can see, and let me first tell you about the floor leagues. These are the floor that you can't go below it, and for each town hall, as you can see on the screen, there is a certain gap. So for town hall 17 players, you cannot go below league 25. And yes, this is our leagues. As you can see on the screen, we have 34 leagues, and it's a lot. But for Town 17, as I told you, you can't go below 25. That means whatever you do, whatever you attack, you just simply can't go below, because that way you'll mess up the leagues are down below and the players who are trying to come up. Now, how does these leagues work? How do you go up? How do you go down? So first thing first, imagine Clan War leagues. This is exactly like that. It makes a group of players each season. But before you go and be like, yo, what is a season? Like, how did that work? Guys, I will explain everything, but let me first tell you this. So each season there will be groups, and in those groups you can be in the first 15% if you are a higher league, and as you can see on the table, there are percentages depending on your league itself. So each percentage on the top of the league will go and get promoted. But if you're on the below, and if you're on the lower percentage, and if you're like on the bottom of the leaderboard, you will demote down. And those demotions for your Town Hall 17 only goes all the way to League 25. So you can't go below it, as I told you. Now back to how your trophies convert. Well guys, I would highly suggest you, if you are not inside Legends, at least get your trophies to 5,000, because with 5,000 trophies you will get dropped into League 31. That way you're a lot more closer, and guys, it's so much harder to get into the new leagues than it was before. You can't just go take down town halls and get 2 stars and move your league every single day and just go upwards and push to Legends League in like a day or two. No, it takes weeks for you to reach the higher leagues. It's crazy, but it's something that happens. Now, depending on your town hall, as you can see, and your trophies, you will get ranked inside, the leagues that you can see on the screen. So if you're, for example, a town hall 17 and you're just around 5,000, or you're 4,900, you'll get dropped into the 30 to 31 leagues. So if you're top 100,000, sorry, you'll get dropped into the final league, which is Legends. The one below it is also like close to Legends, but they have hard mode, so I personally call them Legends, but they're not exactly Legends, okay? Each league has its own ranking. It's crazy, guys. It's a lot of notes, it's a lot of in-depth things, but I try to make sure I give you the important stuff and the very, very key things that a lot of people might be asking. How do you push? What is going on, and the armies you need to be using, and what is the best army to use, for example. And obviously with the things we saw, Rule Traders will still be up there. But going back to the leagues, let me give you some examples of how can you go higher. So if you remember, I talked about seasons. Yes, there are seasons, and Legends League itself has seasons like regular, so 4-week season. But the other leagues, we are going to get promoted weekly. There are weekly tournaments. These tournaments are just mini Legends, basically, if you want to put it in that perspective, and you don't want to get confused. So in the 1 week kind of timing, you need to be high in your promotion list so you can get promoted. But if you're low, you will get demoted. So in the lower leagues, there is every week tournament, and that way people can go up and catch up to the higher leagues. And yes, we were right. You are getting 6 attack daily. This is interesting because obviously in the lower leagues, very low leagues, you have a lot less attacks. But if you're in the high leagues and Legends and like below Legends, a bit more higher as well, you have the regular 6 attack daily, so it's 56 attack per week. But obviously Legends League itself, you have 4 weeks of tournaments, basically the season. So that way you can obviously attack every day for that period. You need to be very high list to do higher ranks, and this is how it would look like on your profile. It looks very clean, and we don't have like a lot of clips from these guys, so sometimes I have to put the notes on your screen. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is, man. But let's move on to one more important thing: hard mode. Let's talk on hard mode because this is the most important part of pushing system. So hard mode is getting divided into 4 different aspects. First thing first, we already know everything about hard mode right now. This is going to be called the esport mode. This mode is going to only be used for esport matches, which is exactly the same as right now. They're not going to change that because there is World Championship. But let's talk about the other 3 different hard modes. We're going to have the Legends hard mode. This is for Legends League, the highest league, which is League 34. This hard mode is crazy, okay? It's absolutely wild how it works because it's the exact same damage output from your offense and their defense, except your equipments aren't capped out. So your equipments are your regular equipment levels. Don't worry about it. But moving to the other levels, which is called Master, which is going to be used in the Legends League 1. This is the E-Drag 1, the League 1. It's a lot confusing, I know. If you're watching this video for the first ever time, it's confusing, I know. But don't worry, you will get there once you see the clips or once you see it in game. But in E-Drag 1, the hard mode is going to be 14% on obviously the defending heroes, additional HP, the DPS, the DPS of the kind of defenses, and for your attacking heroes, instead of 10% reduced HP, you will get 6%. So it's slightly a lot easier than what we had before that, which is the Legend hard mode. But what about E-Drag League 2? Well, in E-Drag League 2, it's going to be even easier. So that way, obviously, it's a lot less hard mode and a lot, again, less just damage output. No equipment changes again. It's just damage output from the offense and the defense to your offense and the defense. It's crazy, but this is exactly how the hard mode will be like in those higher leagues. These hard mode aren't on the other leagues. You already have the weekly tournaments, which you have to get promoted, and once you do all the way, you get to the E-Drag 1. Yes, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough because this way, no town hall, like lower town halls, can be pushing in the higher leagues. And it doesn't just mess up the matchmaking, which is crazy because in Legends League right now, doesn't feel like it's a Legends League. It's for the best of the best. There is literally town hall 8 there, just having fun. It's crazy, but it cannot happen anymore after the update with this change. So yeah, I think I explained everything, but obviously there's so much in-depth stuff which I personally sometimes didn't understand. We have only 1 day to understand this entire note sheet from this update. Like, look at this. These are just for sneak peek number 2, by the way. It's a lot of detail that if you sit down and wanna read it itself, it takes like a few good minutes, and by the time you're like, hold on, what did I miss? What kind of things I didn't say? Like, it's just a long time that I had to personally spend reading this, understanding everything, and trying to make a video out of it. But at the same time, I was like, yo, I just don't understand this part. Like, what is this part? I needed more time to be able to understand everything and give you all the best details. But obviously, this is all I could possibly tell you about the most important parts, and I know I may have missed a few parts that may be important, but I want to like kind of do my best to give you the most common ones, which a lot of people ask, like, what happens to my trophies? What happens to the hard mode? How do you push? What are the leagues? What are the tournament timings? How is Legends League going to change? So I answered these questions for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. As I said, there is going to be more in-depth details on this entire league system, but it's very in-depth, which makes me kind of scared about the update. I hope there is no bugs. Supercell didn't assure us. They know it's a big update, so there may be bugs. Just make sure you are safe and sound. And yeah, just stay safe, man. Hopefully you are going to have a nice day today, and I'll see you guys later after the update, because I'll be maxing the update in the day 1. not really going on, to be honest, just spring traps, to be honest. So yeah, I'm just gonna max it hopefully, and it will be all fine. So hopefully I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care and peace.